Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Getting set for first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He finds his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Wide receiver shows motion. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Field goal is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end. Work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The give from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The option look. Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, and the QB's so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights, it's good. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He'll try the left side. Turns it on at midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what...
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Give to the running back. And they'll knock him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up 1 quarter. They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella, and he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Working that left side now. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
From the red zone, looking for a space. The throw to the outside is complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. On the move. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly,
into the house. Touchdown, green wave. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down.
Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And that's just excellent cover. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tulane!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's...
Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. What a grab with one hand. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. This is a designed run. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. This time they'll go to the running game. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third down, going up top. Pocket starts to collapse. Slings it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback will keep it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Dialing up a second down pass play. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Line gets set, first down. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations. Shooting up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, we got to stop the run.
Now on first down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's a really good play by the defense, playing deep to shallow. My job is to stay as deep as the deepest. Make sure I don't get beat deep. When they throw it underneath, I go make a tackle and rally, but I can't give up those deep shots. Great job by the DB.
All wideouts, no backs. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unleashes one. It's complete. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Calls his own number. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback and let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around them stronger. This QB's just got some good wheels.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying play action. He'll throw it. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wide out in motion. The give. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Looking for a crease to the left. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Motion from the offense. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Lets it fly. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Tulane right back to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
3rd and goal from way back there. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. James Madison handled his business today, and given what the week was like in Harrisonburg, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to the ground. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Defense in press coverage. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Tulane right back to the line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Got his man!
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice space.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Lofts one high and deep. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomato thin. Your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail, now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Jet sweep to the receiver. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tulane! They move on top here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
This defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Quarterback keeper breaks the tackle.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's taking a deep shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Running back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on 1 more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. On the option. The pitch. Running through contact. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. And let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. Still on his feet at the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very,